doing our best. But the show must go on. So hello, everyone. Welcome to our Sip to That. We definitely have missed you guys. We thank you for tuning in. We thank you for everyone that is tuning in. And then for those who will watch us later, hopefully. But thank you. The girls and I are, we're just so happy and so blessed. One, that we're still here, and two, that you're still here waiting to hear from us. Like, that means a lot. Okay. Right, ladies?
That's sip worthy.
Yes, I'll sip to that.
I'll definitely. Let me grab my glass. I'll definitely sip to that. Well, if you are new to Sip to That, I don't know how, but if you are, there are a set of instructions that you have to do to be a part of the sip. And my girl Jazz So Harlem will let you know exactly what you have to do. So Jazz, take it away.
Guys, all you got to do is fill your favorite cup, your glass, your red Solo with Henny, a latte, a good old Fiji, a green tea, anything you want. The goal is to have an empty glass by the end of our conversation, because trust me, what we got to say is sip worthy.
I'll sip to that.
And I'll definitely sip to that. And that is our coin phrase. So if you are in agreement with anything that we're talking about, we want you to raise your glass, your bottle, whatever, your straw. I don't care what you're
not your straw, but your red Solo cup. Yeah.
Well, some people sip with straws. I mean, I'm just saying, whatever you're sipping, we want you to sip to that if you are in agreement with us. If you're not in agreement, just hold on, because we will have something sip worthy for you to sip about. And like my girl Jazz So Harlem said, by the end of our conversation, we want your drink to be empty. Now, if you have a bottle like this of Ciroc or something like that, no, save that for next week.
Save that. Unless you got that bottle of water,
okay?
You can do that ice cold water with lemon. There you go.
Yes, we definitely need all of that. But again, thank you for tuning into our Sip to That. We are not going to be, yes, Jazz So Harlem. She knows how to get it. We're not going to be before you guys long. We do just want to, just say it's time for a new season. We are so ready for all the things that's coming up for our Sip to That. We just want you to stay tuned. Of course, we don't ever give all the sips away. We want you to keep coming back. But today we want to talk about new school openings. We want to talk about this new abortion law in Texas. Are y'all out of y'all mind?
Are you out of y'all mind?
Are you?
I don't give a sip.
I definitely don't give a sip. I definitely can't pick up my glass for that. But let's start our conversation off with Kitty's going back to school. How sweet. Aww. And Jazz So Harlem, since your daughter, or you're the only one that have a school age child, give us a little feedback on how she said her first day was, or, this whole process of sending your kid back to school. What are your thoughts?
Oh my God. So for me, it was not as exciting as I thought, because my daughter has entered high school, guys. Hallelujah. But when I asked her what her first day was like, she said it was just really weird. And, she is a very intelligent young woman. My daughter talks to me like she's 25. And she was like, Mom, there was no distance, and some people don't have masks on and things like that. And that's just something that parents that we need to consider. Like, you're quick to rush them off. You need a break. They need to see their friends. But at the same time, are these kids really being responsible and upholding their end of the deal? Because they're not. And that one little snotty-nosed kid can affect my kid, who is definitely taking all precautions and measures because she's not with the shizzle. So I am really not here for it still. I don't give a sip. I prefer the hybrid learning. I know it's kind of difficult for others, especially if you have more than one child. God bless you. I learned my lesson. But it's just not really safe to me. I do like, the attention that she would get from the teachers, but there's pros and cons all the time. There's a bargain. There's, just different things that you have to think about. But besides education, health, Chloe, health is the most important factor here. And that's all I think about when you think about school. I just think about kids. And now they have kids that are, like 5 to 12 that can get vaccinated. And that's just so unsafe to me. They're still babies, they're still developing. So I'm not giving a sip about that. And then also, like, they're supposed to be distanced, and they don't have lunch in the lunchrooms. They only have lunch in the classrooms. They don't have lockers, so they have to lug around, lug around their book bag. Yeah, they have to carry all this stuff. And my baby is little, and she has to carry this big book bag. And I know she's, she's not a wrestler, so it's just really hard on these kids. And I just say, like, everybody out there, we used to say just pray for your kids, but now, like, take a little bit more time in that prayer, and take a little bit more time to talk to your kids about how safe it is to be safe themselves, because now they're around different people, and then they come home and it's just a big chaotic mess. But I did find out a couple of things about just the kids going back to school and just ways to keep them safe. And the biggest thing is just to wash your hands, wear your mask, and keep your distance. Don't go hugging on your friend you haven't seen all summer. Don't go doing, lip gloss with your friend. Boys, don't be touching each other. And then they have also stated that they were doing clubs and sports and, just things like that, that I'm not with either. And I'm glad that she's not interested, because just, again, like, it's just all around still unsafe. There are different variants now that kids 5 to 12 can also get. And I actually had a friend who contracted COVID after traveling. And then with COVID now comes pneumonia. So just make sure your kids are wearing their masks, keeping their distance, getting them checked out. And I think that's it.
And, I don't know if you know this, but I did call your daughter just to see how her first day was. And she kind of expressed those same things. And she had even gone onto Facebook and said, high school isn't my cup of tea. And my advice was, I said, it's what you put into it is what you would get out of it. However, I know the construction of where it's at now is probably nothing that we had to take on. She did share with me that I guess she has 2 days where she can go into the cafeteria. The other 3 days she has to be in the room. She said there's no social distancing on the school bus. She said it's a lot of kids on the bus and they're sitting 2 to a seat, but they're still fairly close.
Yeah.
And so she said she's just not feeling that. And I said, well, did you see any of your friends? She was like, I did, but, I'm not talking to anybody. And it just made me like almost sad for her, because she's not getting that experience of what high school is supposed to be. When I say I enjoy, and I told her, I said, I loved high school. Like, that was one of the best times of my life, and for them not to even experience, and then for her to just be going to high school, and this is the experience
the first day. Right. That's not good.
It would turn you away, honestly. It really would. And I'm gonna work on her having a better outlook on that. But I just really I strongly feel that they're going to be turned around really soon. I think they are. I don't think
it's gonna last long.
No need for clothes shopping. They're gonna be right back home, and that money could be for Christmas, because it's just not gonna work. As much as we would like them back, because I am so for that one-on-one teacher, go ask your teacher, or for you seeing your friends, but it's not really feasible, because there are too many people that are getting sick and sicker. And then on top of that, there's not a way to man this thing. There's not a way to control it. It's not going anywhere in 2022. There are different strands of one actual.
It's mutating.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's just, I think they'll be back home soon. And I mean, I'll kind of like that a little bit, but I have to watch her. And that's kind of hard when you're a mom that's working and you have more than one kid and they all have different homework. And I totally get it. But for me, with my one kid, I'd rather her be home.
And, and I agree. I do think they'll be back home soon. My cousin had just put on Facebook today that she got a call. Now, they just started school yesterday. She got a call from from the school saying that they are short on bus drivers. So they had no one to pick up the kids for the afternoon. All the parents were instructed to come and get their kids, and they don't know how long it's going to last. As a parent who has to work, how am I going to grab my kid from school in the afternoon when I can't just leave my job?
Tag me in. What about if you don't have a car? What about if you have to get a lift to the school? What if you got to go to several schools?
I'll stick to that.
You know, what if your kid is like disabled or whatever kind of, you know, accommodations that the bus can do for you? Like, I don't have a van with a rolling door with a ramp. Like, it's just, that's crazy to me.
That's a lot. And she says they just got that message today. And I just could not imagine as a parent, you know, you're all hyped for sending the kids back to school, even though you're kind of, you know, suspect of what, you know, what's going on. But at the same time, it's like, okay, they're back. We're trying this out. And now you're telling me they don't have transportation to get home you'll pick them up in the morning. But I don't know how they're getting home in the afternoon. What?
Are y'all quitting on lunch break, or y'all going to y'all second jobs? Like, where are these bus drivers going?
It's a shortage. Well, we know that unemployment just ended. We don't know if maybe they got second jobs, so they can work that morning shift, and then they have to go clock in somewhere else.
It's just a lot.
It's a lot.
That's all it is. I think they're trying to figure it out.
Yeah,
as the day goes on. So I just don't think anyone has a set plan. And to take it even further, I think it's even worse for having the little children going back. So like the daycare, you know, stuff like that. I know I had one of my coworkers, and she was, you know, contemplating like, hey, am I gonna put my child back like in childcare, or I'm gonna keep her home? And right when they signed her up, they got a call that the cases was rising up in the school. And the day, so she's like, okay, I'm pulling her out. Like, she's not about to do that, especially with little kids. They touch everything.
So, and white little snotty nose.
And then they touch their face and their hands and their mouth.
Right.
Touching
so
your
luckily,
child.
Luckily we are a little bit more lenient on like work from home and things like that, or go get your child and things like that. But every job, you know, is not going to really do that, because they're trying to do what they got to do too, because now they're short staffed. Unemployment is so many jobs out here that are short staffed. They can't find anybody because everybody been, you know, either they just can't do it, or they just need to you know, take care of their kids. So you're picking, am I going to go to work, or am I going to take care of my kids and then just get my unemployment? But now that that's stopping, I still think that's wrong that it's stopping, because you still have people that don't have a income. So
I'm mad at stopping because y'all created it. Y'all created it.
Don't stop it.
Find a solution and get out of it. Like, that's just so unfair. But at the same time, I understand there has to be a stopping point, because I promise you.
When would it end?
When would it end? And every place I go to, and I mean, I don't care where I go, even Amazon. Amazon is short staffed, okay?
Right.
And I'm home ordering from online, and they're still short staffed. But anywhere you go, that's the story. That's the song. We're short staffed. Nobody wants to work. Help wanted signs everywhere.
Yeah, they are. And they're paying $13 at Wendy's. And they're paying up to $15 and, you know, $16 at these different places like USAA and Geico, and, you know, just different insurance places. They got AAA up there. I mean, it's out there if it works for you. But I understand. And I mean, fortunately for me that my child is older, but 3, 4, and 5, she ain't going. I ain't going. I'm moving in with somebody, and I'm just gonna have to figure it out, because there is no way in this time. I did read that in the high schools that it said that they were keeping the doors open to prevent you know, just so much touching on doorknobs, and, you know, hence they're not doing lockers and the lunch thing. I'm gonna actually go up to the school with my little phone and see what's going on, probably in like a month or so, but I just need to see this for myself.
Yeah, but even with that, I just found out today from one of my girlfriends that you can't even go into the school from the parent drop off. You drop them off, or you can't go in the school.
What?
Yes.
You can't go in and pick them up. Like, you gotta wait outside, and they gotta.
I promise y'all, I'm so sorry, but Chloe wants to say hello. Like, say
hi. Hey, Chloe.
Hi, Chloe.
Say hi.
Enough of that.
Okay, now we got to get down. Mommy's working. No, you cannot sit to that. Go on now. But yeah, so you can't go into the schools, and that in itself is crazy, because I couldn't imagine dropping my little kindergarten off, like his or her first day of actually going to school, and I can't walk them in to meet the teacher and to make sure.
Right.
And walk her to the classroom. I don't know who's in the school. I don't know these people. I don't know anything about Pam. I need to come inside. I remember my daughter got on the bus for the first day of school in Head Start. And I swear on the Holy Bible, I got my black ass on that bus and let her sit down and I got off. I'm not having it. You got to come get me and you could go call the people.
Right.
I'm not getting off until I see she's up here. I need to see your face. We're all human, and you might have a bad day, and I need to see which person was driving and which attendee was in the back. I need to see.
I'll sit to that, John.
Well, just to sum that up, I sip and pray for all the students, all the, teachers, anybody that's a part of the school system that's, taking on this task, that they just are safe. And, I really feel like these cases are going to go up, but I hope no one comes out too affected where it's going to cost lives. So,
well, I appreciate you bus drivers. I appreciate you teachers. I appreciate, just all the hard work and the effort. But if you got to send mine home, go ahead and send her home. I don't mind.
Absolutely.
Right.
Amen to that.
Health is wealth.
Definitely sip to that. Just to take a little turn, the same type of subject, but we're not talking about school. I want to touch on this whole COVID, just a little bit of the COVID situation that we still have out here, and all of these different variances that are popping up everywhere, and they're mutating into all the alphabets, the letters. Like seriously, they really, really are. You got the mu, you got the you got the, it's too much. It's too much.
It's starting to sound like the Greek alphabet.
Yeah, it really is, like these hurricanes and tornadoes.
It said SARS-2-COVID-19. I was like,
all I seen was move.
It said Delta. I'm like, are we flying? Or are we not? Like, I don't understand what's going on.
Well, a lot of people, I have seen and heard, because I always watch the news. Y'all know I watch what? Good Morning America. But there's so many people that have so much to say, especially for people that are not vaccinated. And they're saying that, you're selfish, and how could you do this to the country? And, you're kind of the reason why this is still carrying on. And I think that is just so unfair, because one, you don't know what someone's reasons are, and I listen, I understand all the way through. Everybody's entitled to how they feel. Everybody, people are so up and down because you just don't know what to believe. I had a gentleman call me today, and this scared me. So he was kind of sad. He said he had just lost his ex-wife. He got a call last night that his ex-wife had passed away. And I said, well, what happened? And he said she died from COVID, and it happened so quick. He said, I kept telling her to get that vaccination, and she told me all summer she was not getting that vaccination. So his son and the mother, the ex-wife, both had it, but she actually passed away. So he said, well, the crazy thing is, I don't even feel comfortable with telling people to get the vaccination, because he said when he took the vaccination, the first shot was fine. He said the second shot, he had a slight stroke, and he lost sight in one of his eyes. He said for 45 minutes, he lost sight in one of his eyes. And he said it was the worst 14 days of his life. This from taking the vaccination.
Right.
So I'm like, well,
why would you want to sell it to me?
How do you know? Like, how do you know if you're not going to be triggered once they put that? It's just so up in the air. And then for someone to call you selfish without you knowing the reasons, or just because I'm unsure. I don't know what to do, And I think that's just where we're at right now. And then you go into these stores and you see these people. I don't care if you have if you got vaccinated or not. Put your mask on. They
Please
just
put your mask on.
Oh my God,
mask on.
That irritates me so bad.
Right. We can't be. At least if you gotta get vaccinated, at least put the mask on. We can't just be out here doing nothing now, child.
Right. So they feel like if they got vaccinated that they can take the mask off. But mind you, this is an airborne illness. So you can still spread because you are in a job with 60 people who have not all been vaccinated. So now that you're around everybody that's mix and match, but you are vaccinated, you are still a probable cause. That does not make sense to me. I don't give a sip. I'm not going to talk about my status, as you can probably tell. But we are open to criticism and comments and concerns. If it's for your job, I would say I'm quitting. But there is no way, because there are people with lupus, Alzheimer's, asthma, diabetes, thyroid, rheumatoid arthritis, however you call it. There are different health, there are underlying issues with your body and your health. Okay. And when you take the vaccination and still contract COVID, that should be a light bulb that, hey, this isn't working for my family. Right. You can't say I need to get a vaccination to be around my grandmother, but you're a party promoter, you're a DJ, you're a stripper, and that just don't go around grandma. Like, that doesn't make sense. Like, you're not telling me anything to persuade me, because at this point you're looking like 45. Like, nothing makes sense. Make it make sense.
I think that's the biggest thing, is just that it just doesn't make sense to everyone. Everyone's just not on the same page, because we are still in this 2 years later. Yeah. And no one still has a actual definite answer on anything. So I think that's why it's the whole vaccinated, unvaccinated. So people are like, I don't want to go get it because I still don't know what's going on. And then you have the people that are like, well, you need to get it because it's going to stop what's going on, So it's just like,
stop.
It's a two-way street. Yeah. So I don't know. And then, you have people that just compare it to the flu, okay, well, when you get the flu shot, you start getting flu symptoms. And, you
never got the flu shot.
I think I got it one time, and I don't even know why I ended up getting it. But yeah, that was I don't know, because I never got the flu shot. But yeah, so I think that's just what it is. It's just people just don't have enough knowledge about it. Things are switching every single day. We get told one thing, and then now it's another. Now we got another whole variant that's out because it's still spreading, so it's just a lot of chaos. I just think people are just like, I don't know what to believe. And we're in a place of social media as well when this pandemic happened. So I think before, if there was a pandemic, or even when just flu shots and stuff like that, we didn't have that access to seeing everything at one time. Yeah. So people were going to get the flu shot. It was like they went to the doctor. They told them, this is what's going on. You need to get this. Right. And it just kind of was spread it that way. Now we are in social media. We see everything. So people can just be like, I don't know what to believe. So I think that just has a huge impact on why we're at a dead end right now with people getting vaccinated.
Yeah, I don't like that. No, let me tell you
I'm saying that just because it's just nobody knows what to do.
Nobody knows what to do. It's just, a constant cul-de-sac.
That's what it is.
But let me tell you, I saw an article, I think it was on Instagram, maybe the Shade Room. There's a woman doctor. She is refusing all patients, you guys, that have not had the vaccination. So if you're one of her patients and you have proof that you have not taken that vaccination, she refuses to see you. And
you doctor me, please.
Yeah, that period.
That's your choice and that's my choice. And that's not a good practice, though.
And it's not. But if other doctors start to feel the same way and it's a triple effect, then that's another force, I have to do it because I won't be able to go to the doctor, or I can't work a government job because now I'm starting to be forced to take the vaccination or get tested every day. So now all of these restrictions are coming on, just saying, if you don't do this. Delta Airlines, did y'all see that? If you're an employee of Delta Airlines, if you don't get that vaccination, they're taking their insurance premium up to $200. $200, or you're out of your job.
That's crazy.
So do you pay the extra $200, you stay at the job, or you go get the vaccination? But you're putting people in these tight situations where some don't have any other choice because they need the job.
Right. That's what it's going to end up to being. They're going to have
I think that's while you taking my insurance up, That's to cover you. My job has done that. That's to cover the actual company. And what happens is once they see these numbers start to influx, it looks kind of crazy. And then they have to answer to top man as to why whatever percentage of the company is not vaccinated. And then they're going to go ahead and they're going to fall back. They're going to send people home to work remote. They're going to do this because at the end of the day, your business is your business. And you don't want your business to flop because 50 people are partial to this and 20 people got it. Like you're going to have to cave. The same as, you know, Black Panther, like you're going to have to cave. You're going to have to listen. You're going to have to understand people's rights, their reasons, you know, they're personal and you have to respect it.
Absolutely. And I agree. But, you know, at the same token, I understand it in a way because you have to look at all these insurance premiums that's going sky high because, you know, as a owner of a business, I have to cover the expense because you chose not to get vaccinated. Now you're sick and in the hospital, you know, and we got to cover part of that cost. So I get it both ways. I don't like it either way.
They have to answer though.
Get it. Yeah. Yeah. It's sad. It's just sad. But again, just prayers to our country.
Right. And if you got the 2 vaccinations, I guess you're going to go get your booster too.
Oh my gosh, which it makes no sense. That is a whole.
What's a booster? Like what is a booster for? Didn't I just get 2 vaccinations? My dad got his vaccination. And then the second time his arm was so sore, he was down for the day. He couldn't finish his job. Like.
Yeah. I don't understand what the booster shot is about. It's not like it's 2 years later. We just took it. Three
like months later.
Yeah, and now it's a booster shot. What is it? What is the purpose of the booster? That the
what did shot 1 and 2 not do that the booster is gonna do?
Absolutely.
No.
It's just question after question. And then you wonder why people don't know what to do and they're, you know, two-sided because it's changing every single day. Then you have a lottery. Oh, if you do this, we're going to throw you into this lottery. I don't want to be in a situation like that where I feel like I'm in the Hunger Games.
Right. Amazing.
And then you even got your like governors and all that not on the same page. So you know what I'm saying? So they're going back and forth. And those people, they look at the news every day. You know, that's who they go to as like that source, that information, that guidance. And if they are, one is saying, yeah, you don't need to get it. When the other person saying, yeah, you need to get it. Now you got
you're lost. Like a deer in the headlights.
Like this.
It's just like, what is going on? So I don't know. I feel like it's going to get to a point where it's, you know, they're going to make it very hard for you not to be vaccinated. Because I know we're already in the city, in New York City, they have like some restaurants where you have to have a vaccination card in order to dine in.
Right.
So it's like,
it starts on the 13th,
stuff like that.
I believe.
It's the 13th of September.
September or something. Yeah. So we'll see how that goes.
Sippers, if you're going to New York City, the restaurants and public places are now requiring vaccination. So the cards that are probably not legal anyway.
Right, because if I can get an ID, I can get a vaccination card.
Right, but they are requiring that. So you need to be, you know, wary of that if you plan on traveling to New York City. And I'm sure other states are also going to begin to adopt.
I think they will too. I think they will follow suit soon. So I'm going to get all my bags and my Blue Angels out my system because
I dare Pierre.
I mean, I can DoorDash it. I mean, you can DoorDash alcohol now. You can get liquor. Like, it doesn't taste the same. I'll get over it.
Yes, I would too, because we did it.
I'll get over it.
Yeah, that's how it was at the beginning of this. You know, I never DoorDash. I don't want nobody bringing my food. The only only person that can bring my food is the people that's been doing it forever, and that's the pizza delivery. Like y'all been. This ain't new to y'all. So you're
Chinese.
No, I'm not even Chinese, just pizza. That's it. That's the only people that can deliver to me. Other than that,
been delivering.
I'll get out this bed and go to that drive-through and wait the 20 minutes to get my food or whatever I have to do. But yeah, but prayers to us all. Everybody just be careful. Wash your hands. Use your hand sanitizers. Mask up. And stay on people's face. And out their way.
Easier said than done. I guess. I guess it's easier said than done.
Yeah, it is. Because I know, you know, we all got so comfortable with being back outside. You let your guard down sometime and you forget, oh, you know what? Oh, shucks. I just touched that. I didn't do that. So, you know,
wear your mask 2 minutes, and then three minutes later your mask off, and you trying to put it back on. It's just like, it's just a bunch of nonsense.
It is a lot.
It's a lot.
But I will mask until 100 games is over.
Which I'm not gonna be. But a good thing about it is that, you know, the season is about to change, and you know, a lot of people start or begin to stay in the house more during the winter time. But at the same time, that's when they said this thing gets worse.
Right. I was gonna say the winter months, I don't feel like it's safe at all. I mean,
no, because you start getting colds and your immune system, you know, gets lower because
it's simple. I don't have COVID. Absolutely. I just have allergies. Like
coughing, they're hacking, they're runny nose. So you're more, you know, open to passing germs, and it could, you know, be something else. So I'll stay in the house. Right. Stay in the house. Jazz, so Harlem, I know you had something else you wanted to talk about. Let us hear it. I thought you have notes on top of notes on top of notes on top of notes.
Notes was about these kids. I got y'all covered. Any questions about the kids? I got you.
Awesome. Well, I think we covered those, you know, trending topics and things that needed to be discussed and, you know, but before we go, you know, we don't want to take too much of you guys' time. You had something to say, Jazz Harlem?
No, we were talking about the Texas abortion law, and I think Missouri is following too, and Florida maybe.
We got to jump on that before we get ready to end. It's insane. But insane. You know, I just don't understand how any man think he has the right to tell a woman what she can do to her body. And how could you even put that in law? Although I know they're trying to fight that right now, but no one should be able to tell you whether or not you can abort a child. I understand it's not, you know, your thing, or it might not be the next person's thing, but people do make mistakes, and people do get raped, or all different types of things, or, you know, the child might have some kind of disability. Who are you to tell me that I can't abort my child? That's something I have to live with. That's something I have to discuss, you know, with God one day as to why I didn't do it. But for you to tell me that, I just don't understand how any man, woman, any person living has the authority to be able to do that. And if everybody in Texas don't run out of that damn state, like, y'all got so much stuff going on. It's too much independence.
I couldn't do it.
They have their own electric crap going on. They don't even have a company. It's their electricity is ran by the state. You know, and then now this, and then you got a governor who is fighting wearing a mask. Like, it's too.
A governor who left y'all in the water.
That too.
Where he went to? Puerto Rico? Mexico?
Yeah, on vacation. There's no way.
I just don't understand it. I just don't understand. Y'all have so many other things to worry about. So it's just kind of like, why are you guys worried about this? And now I get putting limitations on it. Like, okay, after this certain amount of months or whatever the case may be, then no, you shouldn't be able to do it. You know what I'm saying? But it's you in my business. That's what it sounds like. Like, you not minding your business. We got so much other stuff to worry about, and y'all are really doing this. Now people got to go to different states and all this just to do, do that. And it's just kind of like, I just don't think that's right. I don't think that's fair. And like you said, for men to be the main one signing it, being the spokesperson for it, is just kind of like, how do you have any type of authority to do that? It's weird.
What? And it's how until it reaches your daughter. You know, that got pregnant at 16, and now you're so embarrassed, and now you want her to have an abortion, and she has to get rid of it, and y'all got to sneak her away in private jet to go to another state because you banned it in your own state. Because it's gonna come back and go. It's gonna hit you.
It always does.
Yeah. It's going to.
And they won't. They're not gonna speak about that. They're not going to. And then my thing too is, if y'all gonna write that, y'all need to follow up with adoption laws and all this type of stuff, because y'all not going to foster care. Y'all not making sure they're okay. So I don't understand, like, what's the follow up on that?
Right after these females give birth to these babies that they don't want, can't afford, have no desire to keep, and the next step is, I'm giving full birth, and you're gonna come and swoon and let Patty, come take this baby. Like, what's the next? How do I know this child is in foster care, in a good home, not just living like Orphan Annie? Not like, there's no way. But these men in their blue blazers and brown belts and black shoes are the same men who are paying hookers and paying porn stars and watching the priests molest children and blaming the kids, are brown, beautiful people, for different things, and just not seeking justice for the right things, are the same ones that are signing this petition.
Absolutely.
And when Jim comes home, I want Becky to get in there and act like she got some damn sense, because ain't no way a man should be telling a woman what to do with her body, with her health. And Dime, I agree. At some point, there has to be a restriction, but like you said, there's always a loophole. Like, someone can go to North Carolina at 3 or 4 months and take care of that. Don't ask me how I know. No, I haven't. But there's just a way around it, because if a woman says, I don't want this baby, whether she was raped in an abusive relationship, she knows she was doing drugs the whole 5 months. If she says, you know what, I got to get rid of this, it's not going to be what I signed up for, let me do this later in life, she's the only person that has to speak to God about that. Absolutely. More power to you, sis, because you're doing the right thing. You're doing what's necessary. You're doing what's responsible.
Yeah. Right. And they be old. They be what, 64, 65, making these decisions. Like, sir, first of all, how about have a 30-year-old or something to make these decisions? Because you 65 and we're not in your time anymore.
Your girlfriend is 27 and your wife is home.
Like, I don't get it.
And your mistress is 21.
Yeah.
But you know, back in the day, there was already certain states where, you know, you would be able to go and get your abortion if you was further along than other states approved it. So those things are in existence, but not for you to just ban abortions altogether and tell them what they can do to their body. And I don't see what woman would be able to stand behind that and really like make sense of it to say he's right and, you know, we're for it. Like, what woman would be able to do that?
Unless you're taking care of it, unless you funding me every month or every year, then okay.
Every month, the hospital bill's like $9,000.
Hospital bill, like, come on, Sally, we could do this together. We're in this together, right? Before you go ahead and sign that document. But until then, like, that doesn't make sense to me.
None. So move out of Texas.
And Florida and Missouri.
Move out of Texas. It's too much. And you know, or just don't get pregnant by the person you might not want to get pregnant by, or make sure you know, you're wrapping that thing up, whatever it is, just
before you move there, child.
Yeah, know the rules and laws of Texas before you decide to move there, because there's plenty of them.
They're their own country at this point.
It is. It really
I just have no desire.
None. But hey, it is what it is. Pray for them and keep it pushing. But before we go, ladies, I have a quick, you know, not a game, but a quick little question I want to ask you, and it's fun. I'll go first.
Oh God. I don't like your games.
I know, but they're going to be fun. Okay, it's two parts to this question. Okay, so the question is, if you were able to put a video camera in anyone's home, who would it be? I want one person that you know, and then I want the other to be a celebrity person, and then tell me why you would want to put that camera in there. So I'll go first. Okay.
Yes, go first. You already had to think about it.
I did. So the person I would love to have a camera put in their home would be my Aunt Sharonda. And the reason I would want a camera in her house is because she's real laid back, she's quiet, she doesn't do anything. But for some reason in my mind, I see her at home, like wow, like
me
too. On TikTok.
Me too.
Trying to do all the TikTok dances, you know, living out her best life in her secret space. Like, I just see her going all the way off, the latest dance steps, the latest everything. Like, I see her literally going in. So if I could put a camera If I could put a camera in her house, like it would do my heart so good because I would crack up. I already know it. The second place celebrity that I would love to put a camera in on would be Michelle and Barack Obama. And the reason I would choose the two of them is because, you know, when you come out, you present yourself as really, you know, nice and classy and just a lady, you know, and Barack, of course, he's the dude. But I bet you behind closed doors, I bet you Michelle is a freak. I imagine her just being a freak, like going in. And I could just imagine Barack like just spanking her ass and be like, bring that over here. Like I could just see that happening. So they would be my celebrity camera and Sharonda would be my personal camera. Who wants to go next?
That's funny. Personal camera. I really don't have anybody in mind because
think of someone.
I don't know.
Okay, go to celebrity and come back.
Celebrity. I just be wanting to know like the tea and probably like the real gossip. So I would definitely want to be in Jay-Z and Beyonce, probably.
Really? Okay.
Yeah. Or the Kardashians.
Okay. Because you want the real tea. Okay.
Yeah, I just want like the real tea and like, you know, what's really going on. So probably them.
Okay. And who is a personal person?
I just still don't have a personal person. Like it's nobody that I really want to see. I feel like I already know what they'll be doing. So I don't have anybody.
Okay.
Honestly.
Jazz or Harlem, same two questions.
I would put a camera in my boss's everything. I want to read all the emails. I want to see the N-words. I want to hear is she dumb? Is she stupid? This, that, and the third. I gave these efforts $2,000. I want to read it. I already know, Mr. Golfer. I know exactly what I know. I don't got to know you. I know, but I want to read it. I want to read everybody's emails, everybody's Skype conversations, if I got that much time. That would be a fun day. And I will put it on the internet.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I will blast. And then I would just sue so that I don't like get in trouble.
Right.
Celebrity, of course, it would be Beyonce and Jay-Z. I did think about Megan, but I would get tired of it. Rihanna's too laid back. I think my celebrity camera would go into Nikki's house. She's like Queen Shady. She's a good time. I get the whole pop.
That would be funny.
That would be funny.
She would be going off.
Yeah. Didn't I just tell these bitches? Like, yeah. Nick for sure. Nick or Cardi, she's a little too annoying, but Nikki for sure.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, what a way to end our show.
Good game.
Times, okay?
Right. Just make me invisible.
Oh yeah, the superpower.
Right. That would be hot.
I would like to be invisible. I used to say I would like to hear people's thoughts, but it would be too much. Like to hear that all the time, I wouldn't want to do it.
I'm kind of scared of that.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to do that. People think
scared of that, but I would like want to like be in the room with you or like follow you or in a car with you.
Oh my goodness, I cannot. That's enough. We're giving up too much information. I'm starting to know that we're crazy.
I'll be in a frenzy with my man. Like, where you going now? Which street you turning on?
Right.
Oh my gosh. Well, Sippers, it's definitely been a treat again. Coming back,
ladies, welcome
with you. My glass is almost empty, but I will take this all down before we go. But my parting thoughts, I just want to just encourage everyone to just, keep your minds, stay busy, do things that you've always wanted to do. Don't, get caught up on what people say is a bucket list, because you know what? We never know how much more time we have on this earth. So every day should be something that you want to do while you're able to do it. Yeah, so do those things, and you know, drink wine, have a good time, live out loud, and you know, mind other people's business. The business
mind your own business.
The business that pays them. I'm not
mind your business.
I'm not talking about their personal situations. I'm talking about a business. And matter of fact, before
I'm only going where the money resides. Where the money resides.
I want you to tap into this business. Yes. Our very own.
I got mine right here.
Hey, yes, this is her new lip gloss line, you guys. When I say it is popping, it is. It's popping.
What is that?
It's almost gone, and it's only been like a month.
Yeah, this is the Swiss.
Oh my gosh,
it's so pretty.
This is my favorite.
September the 30th, you guys, you'll be able to go on her website and order all of the lip gloss you want. When I say these things are so awesome, I'm a mixie, so I like to mix these two together, and they make a beautiful color. A beautiful color. But you guys, make sure you go and support her. Her business is flourishing. She did a soft launch and sold out. Okay.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
So make sure you do that. And also, don't forget your girl, Shannon and Touched by Shannon. Get those bodies.
Yes, get that body snatch.
Yeah, this is the time you want to do it, so you could be right for the summer. And you start, you know, working all that stuff out now. So
and don't forget me. I got to go fund me for these.
Don't forget Jazz So Harlem Tatas. Yeah, she wants to get them bigger. I can do that. She just comes on over here. I can do it for free. I can use her as a model, but she just won't come. But she's coming. So yeah, so just make sure you support all small businesses, big businesses, Black businesses.
Yes,
you know, just support. So that's my parting words. Which you ladies, you have any parting?
Sip to That has merchandise. We have t-shirts, hoodies, we have glasses. So hit us up in our DM if you want to support your girls. We're just some beautiful Black women out here trying to make you smile with a sip.
That's it.
Yes, that's it. I'll sip to that, y'all.
Ashay, any parting words?
Yes, sippers, we are glad to kind of be back. We got some good things and new things coming for you. And we just want you to keep supporting us. Even if you are starting something, don't be scared. Just do it. Just do it. And we got your back, actually. So if you don't have nobody to support you, we're going to do it. And we'll sip to that.
We will definitely sip to that. Well, ladies, you know how we close out our shows, and you sippers at home, this is the time that you raise your glasses and say, I'll sip to that. We'll see you guys next week, same time, same place, and hopefully we'll get it together. 7:30, but it was fun. Love you, ladies, and love you, sippers.
Love you.
See you next week. Bye-bye.